Good morning, everybody. What I've done is I've managed to get hold of a lot of Dad's Pop Voysey's clips that he's put up on Facebook over the last couple of years. I remember sitting down speaking to Marnie Voysey, so my grandmother, not long before she passed away, and some of the stories she came out with I'd never heard before in over 40 years. So I thought, well, I had the opportunity, I'd take the video footage that Dad's, or keep calling him Dad, but Pop to a lot of you, Pop's put together, some of his photos, some photos that I've got from other people, and just combine them just to create a bit of a memory. So please take the time to watch it. You may get something out of it, you may get nothing out of it, but I know as a grandchild, when you're asking those questions, what was Pop like, what was Nan like, these are the type of memories that help to fill those gaps.
So this is Lake Mandara. I camped halfway between Camberwell and Mount Isa last night and thought I'd do a little trip around Lake Mandara this morning in Mount Isa. It's such a beautiful place and a little bit of mist around today, so it's certainly making the place look that much nicer. I'm not very good at this, but anyway. So here we are, Mary Kathleen Mine. I'm puffing and panting because I had to walk a fair bit, which is foreign to me. But there it is. And that wall that you're looking at would be, well, every one of those tiers would be about 30 feet. So if you multiply that, you can see inside me, in front of me I mean, is overburden. You can get an idea of how high it is by the trees, and that's the natural escarpment down the end there. So just give you an idea of how high that is. And so we're in Mary Kathleen Town Square. This was where all the miners used to live, and now the tourists have found it. So I'm going to just do a little thing around here. And where these vans are parked, there's concrete slabs, and so they've got the perfect place to pull up and rest for a while. The streets are paved, and it's just a ghost town. It's just got concrete slabs and streets. Camera won't take a photo, it's rooted, so this is the inside. I'm not the best putter-upper, but I got it reasonably tight. Now I'm just going to step out the door and show you down the side. There you go. And then I'll walk around here and I'll show you the back. That's the back. And then I'll get out here and I'll show you. It's not the best job in the world, but it looks alright. And she's given us a big doona and some tea towels. This is Ilfochrome. It has tractors and more tractors. It's amazing the amount they've collected. You should be in. You'd like this, Frida. Campground at Corella Dam. There's a couple of lovely big shady trees here in front of me. I'm going to go and sit there and read a book shortly. The water's down there. You can't get near there because that's prime real estate. And so this is where I'm camped. Here's the van all set up with the car on it. And if we go back here, Walk around this side. Got the solar panels out. Got the kitchen set up. And then got this all opened up, and the windows are open, so there's a breeze going through the kitchen, through the bedroom. So this is the campground at the weir at Barcaldine. It's very well laid out. There's rainwater, the toilets are very clean. There's even lots of toilet paper there through terrible threats that you see on a headstone. It's shady, there's big gums along the river. There is water, but it's not safe to drink at the moment, but it's a very, very nice place. G'day. I'm standing on top of the overburden that came out of the Mary Kathleen uranium mine. I'm going to turn the camera around shortly and give you a look at it, but this is only one of probably about 8 or 9 overburden dumps, and it'll give you an idea of how much soil came out of that mine. So here we go. I'll just turn it around and we'll start showing you. So I'm standing on top of this overburden, and as you can see, it's quite extensive. Well, there's a bird. And that hill over behind us is also overburden, and this carries back up against the hills probably 500 metres. So as you can see, lots of soil come out of there. I might start to glow in a minute from the feet up if I stand here too long, so I'm going to get back in the car. I'll talk to you again later. I'll show you the mine shortly. G'day. Well, we've had a big day today. We've picked up the camper trailer, and I travelled all day yesterday and got to a place called Morven. It's a great little place, but I pulled up a bit short and camped in the bushland. There's a tiny little camp spot. It's got a toilet and it's got a tank. Not a lot of people know about it, so you don't get a lot of people in there. And I got up this morning, had a flat battery. All day yesterday I was blowing a fuse, but my best mechanic and I worked out that it's the reversing unit on the diff. So today I didn't go into reverse, did I? And I didn't blow a fuse. Now tonight I'm camped on the Dar River. It's about 25 k's north of Longreach. Now I'm probably a kilometre down the river because I couldn't find a camp spot on the river for other campers. They're right through the trees here everywhere. So I pulled up and got a bit of gidgee and chucked on the back of the brand new camper's trailer and brought it down here, and that's what I'm doing now. I'll give you a look at it. It's a bloody nice fire. There you are. Now tomorrow you got to tune in because I'm going to do a little bit of history stuff for you, and I hope you enjoy it, and let me know if you do. And until then, good night, sleep tight, and cuddle up to the one you love. Bye. G'day. Now I know I look like Saint Teresa, but the flies are a bit fierce today, so I've got my net on. Now I'm standing on the bank of a waterhole, and it's called Combo Waterhole. This waterhole is where Banjo Patterson was brought one day by the daughter of Dagworth Station, the manager of Dagworth Station. They came down here for a picnic, and while they were down here having a picnic, she told him a story. And the story was all about the shearers' strike and how the station owners were only giving pittances to the people for their blade work on the sheep, and anarchy started because they decided to strike. So the farmers kicked them off the property, wouldn't pay them. So what happened then? They decided to pay them back. So they started to shoot sheep, burn shearing sheds and the like. One particular fellow that did that, he burnt a shed, so they say, that's what I'm told, and he took off, and he was on foot because most of them trudged along with their swags, and he did. He got some lamb. He killed a sheep and got some lamb, and he got to this creek, and he camped on the bank of the creek. He thought he was far enough away for nobody to catch him. In the meantime, the guy whose shed was burned down, he went to Kainoona and got the local constabulary, and they got a black tracker, and they tracked this fella down. And when he saw them coming, the only way he thought he could get away, and this waterhole was quite full then, was to get in the water, because the tracker couldn't track him in the water, and get across the other bank and hide. And that's the story. But he drowned. And his ghost may be heard as you walk by this billabong. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. That's the story. While I'm here at Combo Waterhole, I'll just show you this crossing. It's, you can't see a rock for miles, but these stones, I was told, were laid by the Chinese miners that came out from China to chase gold, and when the gold petered out, they went on to do other jobs. And Mungo National Park has a shearing shed there that they built, and the gates in that shed are made from thin pine sticks, and the grating is small pine trees that have all been collected at the same size, and it's beautiful. And there's a million stones here, and they've been laid manually long before anybody had a machine to lay it, and it's still here. You can see that the edges of the stone is very worn from it being here so long. So just another little bit of information. G'day, here we are, Crocodile Dundee's pub. This is where the movie was, the pub section of the movie was taken. Over here is one of the old utes that was in the movie. I think somewhere around here the other truck is too. So this is another bit of history. And I bet this bloke sold 1 million beers just because that movie was made. G'day. Well, I'm halfway between Mount Isa and Camberwell. It said there's possible showers, as you can see by the sky. Things are getting a little bit gloomy. Now, I pulled up here because some of you people have never left your hometown, and you think white ants they eat your house down. But I'll just show you this, and it'd be terrible to wander through here in the night time. With a little bit of moon, you'd wonder how many bloody people were standing there watching you. I'll just show it to you. Here we go. So there you go, they're ants' nests, and they change in shape along the way up towards Catherine. They're taller and skinnier. Further over towards Barclay, the Barclay tablelands on the other side, they're quite fat and they look like elephants' bums from the back of them. So there you go, a dark night. You'd think how many people are standing around watching you. Be a bit spooky, wouldn't it? I don't think I'd like to walk through there overnight, especially if I'd had a few beers. Anyway, get it up ya, and hope you enjoy it. Bye. Here we are, we're at the Camberwell Waterhole, which is part of the Georgina River. It's quite extensive, and it usually hangs onto the water during the summer months. There's lots of caravanners here, but I just thought I'd give you a quick look at it. It's a great place for birders, and across the river there's a guy, he's just throwing a kangaroo on a fire, and I'll put a photo up of it. I didn't impede his space. I photographed him with his back to me, so he won't worry. And there you go, that's the river. G'day. We've just come south 100 kilometres to the Devil Marble Motel. We've had a bit of a shit week. We've had some pretty bad news. Sal and I've decided to come down here and chill out for a couple of days and jump in the pool, have a couple of drinks, We've got friends coming down tomorrow to have lunch with us, and hopefully go back to Tennant Creek on Sunday and things will be a little bit brighter. So you will notice though that I've lost some weight. See, I'm thinner in the face. I'm a vegetarian. My old man would die laughing if he knew that. Sal's got up and walked away. She can't put up with it anymore. All the bullshit I'm going on about. Anyway, we'll talk to you. We'll let you know what we're doing, and we'll keep having a bit of fun. So, see ya. So here we are. This is an oasis that a lot of the people from Tennant Creek come down to and share. There's a pool, there's palm trees, there's lawn in one of the remotest parts of Australia. And this is where we come to chill out. We've just had a beautiful meal, vegetarian of course, that's all right. And now we're going to sit around. We might jump in the pool again. It's getting on, so we might go home and read a book. But this is where we come when we want to chill out. Bye. G'day. I'm out here. I can't speak too loud because the campers are here, but we're at the traditional Kalu Kalu. Beautiful, better known to the average Australian as the Devil's Marbles. I've just come out here this morning to get a feel of the place and take a few photos. There are areas that you're not allowed to photograph, and I respect that, but I just thought I'd send you guys some of these early morning shots, let you see how beautiful the marbles are at this time of the morning. Okay. G'day. Well, yesterday was full of drama. We travelled the Barkly Plains the day before with no air conditioning, 41 degrees outside, with no electricity, no aircon, no nothing. We got the right people in Mount Isa. They quickly put a new alternator and battery in our car, and we're on our way again. And if you have a look out here, I don't know whether you can see it, but there's the next part of our trip is Normanton, 377 kilometres. We'll get there and we'll see how we're going, and we'll probably end up at Croydon today, all going well. So get that up ya and have a marvellous day. Bye. G'day. Here we are, we're at Mount Surprise. Pretty little tropical place. We stayed at Georgetown last night, so we did an 800 kilometre trip, which we didn't expect to do, but we ended up doing. So we're having a coffee. We've just put $214 worth of fuel in the car, but that brought us all the way from Mount Isa to here, so that's pretty good. 980 k's I think it was. So today we'll eventually get to our, nearly to where we're going. We've caught up a fair bit, and we'll let you all know where we are then. So here's a little view of Mount Surprise. There you are, get that up, yeah. Good morning. Here I am at Port Douglas, sitting outside, pool down there, waiting for us to frolic in. Everybody's inside, they're all rushing around. Half of them are going to the Barrier Reef today. Sal and I, as the old couple, we're going to spend a bit of money to make our camper trailer a little bit more comfortable. Go and have a look downtown, might go to the wetlands, see if we can find a bird on the way back. And then tomorrow we're going to Kuranda, and we're going to get on the little Puff and Billy railway train and go and look at butterfly farms and do what bloody tourists do. And I might photograph a bird.
I'm thinking about you lot down there, and my heart, it's there. It's swelling when I think of you, and I get a little bit lightheaded, and you know, especially the poor buggers in the office at work. Yeah, it's terrible. I wish you were all here. I do miss you so much. Sorta. So anyway, just to let you know, I'm thinking of you all. Those Mexicans in Victoria, those West Australians with all those bloody kids. Get it up, ya, because I'm having a good time. Bye.
G'day. Just a short update on how our holiday's going. We're having a bloody good time. Everybody's having fun. One major thing is though that we're missing all our babies from Western Australia. They would have made this, just put the icing on the cake, you know. Today a lot of them jumped out of bed and they all went up to Port Douglas and they've gone out to the Barrier Reef and they're going to snorkel and feed stingers and crocodiles and white pointers and grey pointers and whatever else is there. Sal and I, we decided there's stuff here that we can't buy in Tennant Creek, so we went for a shop. And she's in there trying to get a personal loan at the moment, I think, just to get us home. No, she's not. She's in doing a little bit of shop. We're at the Clifton Village Centre, and there's a guy there. He's playing the guitar. He's doing a rip. Led Zeppelin, I think it is at the moment, or something like that. So yeah, we're having a good time. We're here until Saturday. We're going out for dinner Friday night. Tomorrow, till my grandchildren and I are clambering right up onto the range and we're chasing blue-faced parrotfinch, something you want to Google and have a look. They're a cute little thing, but there's only about 6 or 7 in a mob, and I've been given the word on where they are. So let's hope we can find them. If we can't, I'm going to shout them lunch at the Mount Molloy pub. We're steak thing over the edge, and I'll be eating a bit of celery while they do it. So, thinking about you being at work, thinking about you, you know, all my friends, all my mates, all the people who think I'm a dickhead, and others. So, get it up ya, and I'll talk to you again soon. G'day. Well, we've left the gang behind. They've all flown out. They've gone. Went to Sam, the son's place, and he fixed the problem that auto electricians couldn't fix. Clever lad, that fella. Takes after his daddy.
Is there any cocktail that you would like to try? Yes, I think, could I please have the lychee spritz? Sure.
So the waitress is here, and I do a little thing. So say hello.
Hello.
So we're sitting down at a very nice place. There's good music in the background. We think it's Vietnamese, but happy hour's on, so Sally's going to get happy, and I'll drive her home. Tomorrow we put the car in and we're going to get a brand new clutch. Aren't we lucky? Yeah, we get this clutch, and they're not going to charge us much, but Sal's been Centrelink again. So anyway, we've been having fun. Tomorrow we head back over the hill after we get our little problem fixed, and off to Mitchell. Talk about it when we get there. See ya. Get that up ya. Bye. G'day. We've made it to Mitchell. We've had a roam around. We like the place. Sal's quite enthralled with it, and yeah, so what I'm doing at the moment, I'm standing at the Mitchell Weir, so I'll give you a look at it so you can see what it's like. This holds back the river, so they've got a big water supply here. In the flood time, they've just put a new bridge over the river, and the town doesn't flood anymore because the lower bridge used to get all the rubbish on it, block the river up, and it would flood the town. But now the water runs on down to St George, where there's a big dam, and
they've got a big water supply down there. So today we're heading for Barcaldine, and it'll be a short day. We're going to have a break. Yesterday we did a big run from north of Charters Towers. So today's a bit of a lay day. We've spent a few hours driving around here. We hope to be home late Saturday afternoon. If not, we'll make it Sunday. Hey, get that up ya. Have a good one. Bye.
So in closing, I did consider doing a whole lot of graphics and different sound effects and all sorts of things, try and put a bit of humour to it. But it wasn't my story to tell. Yeah, I just wanted to put the things together that Pop had given to me. He chose them, I just put them together for him. Thanks for watching, I hope you got something out of it. See you later. Oh, and by the way, get it up ya.